Well, good morning and welcome back to Vancouver, Washington for the final day of our Northwest Regional Tournament here at the Washington State School for the Blind. It is Championship Sunday. Bill Kellick with USABA bringing you the action today. 4 games on tap, starting with the women's bronze medal game between the Atlanta Blazers on the far end of the court and the Northwest Association of Blind Athletes Avalanche closest to the camera. Following this game, we'll be bringing you the men's bronze medal match, followed by the women's gold medal match, and finally the men's gold medal match. So lineups for the Blazers on the far end of the court in the black jerseys with white numerals. We'll have number 4, Asia Miller, number 2, Allie Lawson, and number 1, Chloe McDonald. And starting for the Avalanche, number 8, Siorian Fatim, number 2, Nim Opekins, and number 4 is Sophia Batchelor. And the Blazers will start with the ball. It will be Asia Miller from the left wing. She goes right down the line and in, off the post and in. Asia Miller, first shot of the match. And the Blazers go out in front, 1-0. Ball dropped into the Avalanche. Sophia Batchelor on the right wing. She'll roll it down towards the gap and blocked by Miller. Miller will take the second shot as well, see if she goes same spot as the first. Yep, looking for the same spot, but blocked by Batchelor. Sophia Batchelor now with it, rolls it down the middle, blocked by Chloe McDonald for the Blazers. McDonald rolls it, looking for a gap shot. It gets through the feet of Opekins, and Chloe McDonald makes it 2-0. Blazers. 40 seconds into the match, Blazers are up 2-0. Ball dropped in on the right wing. Sophia Batchelor has it. She rolls it straight down, blocked by Asia Miller. She'll hand it to Allie Lawson over on the right wing. Lawson rolling it down, gets past Ifo, climbs up and over. So Siorian Fatim, and 3-0 is the score. Batchelor now with it for the Avalanche, rolls it towards the middle, blocked by McDonald. Rolling loose, but she grabs it, passes it off to the right wing, and Allie Lawson. Lawson goes middle, blocked by Opekins. Opekins backs up. Bounce ball down the right side, blocked by Asia Miller. And Miller, another goal in off the post. That one hit off the left post and into the net, and that will force the Avalanche to call the first time out of the match here. Not even 90 seconds in, the Blazers have a 4-0 lead in this women's bronze medal match. Setting the schedule for the rest of the morning, the men's bronze medal match will be the team from British Columbia against the King Cobras. Women's gold medal match will be the British Columbia team versus the Sirens. And then the Northwest Association of Blind Athlete Avalanche and the Texas Rattlesnakes will battle it out for the men's gold. And we're looking forward to have Darryl Walker, 3-time Paralympian, sit in with us for that men's gold medal match. Fatim rolls it down the left side, blocked by Allie Lawson. Lawson backs up to the right post. Throws it to the middle, blocked by O'Peakins. Quick return shot. Miller's there to make the save. Asia Miller backs up from the left wing. Goes cross court, but Fatim there to block it out of bounds for the Avalanche. Ball dropped in. Siorian Fatim now from the left wing, moves a little towards center. Left-hander throws it straight down, blocked by Ellie Lawson. Lawson now from the right post. Straight down, Fatim with the block. Fatim tries the same spot, at Lawson there again. Now Lawson and Miller switch sides, and Miller goes cross court and finds a great shot, great gap shot from Miller from the... Oh wait, that goal, no goal there. I think we have a 10-second call before Miller released that ball, so no goal. And Chloe McDonald has been chosen to defend the penalty throw. And the Avalanche will see who takes the shot for the Avalanche penalty throw here. It's going to be Sophia Batchelor. She rolls it down, and McDonald makes the save. So penalty saved by Chloe McDonald. No damage done. Still 4-0 with 7:27 to go. First half. Chloe McDonald down the middle, blocked by O'Peakins. Throws it from his knees, blocked by McDonald. Pans it off to Asia Miller on the right wing. Miller straight down, blocked by Fatim. She keeps it in front of her. Nice save there. Siorian Fatim from the left post throws it right down the line, blocked by Asia Miller. Gives it to Allie Lawson on the left wing. Lawson down, and she finds the gap. Allie Lawson with her second goal makes it 5-0. Shoots it through the right wing center gap. And the ball dropped into the Avalanche and Sophia Batchelor. Right wing throws it down. Blocked by Chloe McDonald. She moves over, throws it to the middle. O'Peakins there. Make the save, stands up, throws it back down, and Miller's there. Asia Miller backing up to the net from the right post, going cross court. It gets under the body of O'Peakins. Asia Miller with her third goal, and we're at 6-0. And now Fatim with it. From the left wing, throwing cross court, looking for the post, and Allie Lawson gets her hands out to deflect that one out. Great shot by Fatim. That was heading for the far corner. But Lawson with the save. Lawson rolls it down, and it gets through the feet of O'Peakins. Somehow got through there, and Allie Lawson with her third goal makes it 7-0. And we'll have a substitution for the Avalanche with 6:09 to go in the first half. Nim O'Peakins will check out, and Cheyenne Perjou will come in. Again, this tournament has the 10-goal gap rule. Game will end if a team gets up by 10 goals, or If a team reaches 13 goals and is ahead by more than 2, the match will automatically end. So the Blazers three goals away from that 10-goal gap rule. Avalanche will try to stem the tide here, substituting in Cheyenne Perjou. She'll play on the left wing. Fatim moves over to center. And the ball dropped in. And Cheyenne Perjou will take it from the left wing. Rolls it straight down the court and sliding over. McDonald makes the save, gives it to Miller on the right wing. Miller rolls across. Oh, and another 10-second call on the Blazers. Taking just a little too much time to get the shot off. And number 1, Chloe McDonald, has been chosen to defend by the Avalanche. And Siorian Fatim will take this shot. Avalanche trying to get on the board here with the penalty throw. And Fatim throws it through the legs. Gets through the legs of McDonald, and it's 7-1. Ball dropped into the Blazers, and it is Allie Lawson on the left post. Throws it straight down. Good save by Batchelor on the right wing. Batchelor return throw, blocked by Chloe McDonald. She'll throw it down the middle, blocked by the center Fatim. Fatim gets it through the gap, but Miller backing up makes the save. Miller with a shot down the line, out of bounds. 5:11 to go, first half. 7-1, Blazers in front of the Avalanche in this bronze medal match. Cheyenne Perjou stands up on the left wing and throws it cross court. Rolling and blocked by the hands of Allie Lawson. Lawson down the middle, blocked by Fatim. Siorian Fatim finds the ball near the high ball line, backs up, goes for the far right post, and pushed out by Allie Lawson. Ball into the Blazers. Lawson will hand it off to Asia Miller as they switch sides. Miller down the middle, pops off the body of Fatim, but backing up is Sophia Batchelor to keep it out of the net. Batchelor return throw cross court, blocked by Chloe McDonald. McDonald rolls it, but out of bounds. Ball over to the Avalanche. Dropped in, and Cheyenne Perjou takes the shot from the left wing. Throws it down, looking for a gap shot. Stopped by McDonald. And the Blazers call timeout with 4:11 to go on the clock. And a 7-1 lead for the Atlanta team. 3 goals from Allie Lawson, 3 from Asia Miller, 1 from Chloe McDonald. And the Avalanche got their lone goal by Siorian Fatim on a penalty throw. Our next regional goalball tournament will be in April in Westmont, New Jersey, April 14th to 16th. That will be the Northeast Regional. Whistle blows. Asia Miller throws it down. Good save by Fatim. She throws it from her center spot, and it's going to get through the gap. A goal by Florian Fatime makes it 7-2. And Fatime, equipment check timeout, as she threw that one right in the gap past McDonald and Miller. So 3:54 to go first half. 2 straight goals by the Avalanche have made this a game. And Miller now from the left wing, throwing it gap, blocked by Fatime. Fatime throwing it, blocked by Allie Lawson. She'll go middle. Fatime with a great save, reaches behind her to grab it. Return throw, out of bounds on the left side. Allie Lawson now from the left wing. Throws middle, pops off the feet of Fatime and in. 4th goal for Allie Lawson. And it's 8-2. Blazers answer back. Ball dropped in on the left side. Cheyenne Perjou. Rolls it down. And blocked by Asia Miller. Miller straight down. Good stop by Sophia Batchelor on the right wing. Batchelor gets to her feet. Throws it down the middle. Blocked by McDonald. McDonald down. Pops off of Perjou and in. Chloe McDonald with her 2nd goal. And it's 9-2. Ball dropped into Cheyenne Perjou. Throws a little, came off the side of her hand though. That one's going to go out of bounds at midcourt and go over to the Blazers. Asia Miller with the ball from the left wing. Throws it. Oh, clean shot in the gap for Asia Miller, her 4th goal. And it's 10-2. As Perjou will try to respond for the Avalanche. Rolls it down the left wing, blocked by Ellie Lawson. Lawson goes cross court, blocked by Batchelor. Batchelor going down the left or the right sideline. Miller's there to make the stop. Big throw by Miller off the feet of Batchelor and in. Asia Miller with her 5th. 11-2. And the Blazers are 1 goal away from ending it. On the 10-goal rule here, there's Batchelor trying to keep the Avalanche in the game, but McDonald's there to make the stop. Chloe McDonald will back up. And throws it down the middle. Fatime right there. Return throw. Blocked by McDonald and Lawson. Lawson looking for the post, and it tips off the post and out. And Cheyenne Perjou now with it for the Avalanche. Throwing it cross court, and Asia Miller stops it. Miller backs up, left wing. And again, hits that gap shot. Perfect shot. That's her 6th goal. That will end it at 12-2. And the Atlanta Blazers take the gold or the bronze medal here in our first match of the day. We'll be back with the men's bronze medal match between British Columbia and the King Cobras. And welcome back into the Northwest Regional Goalball Tournament in Vancouver, Washington. We are ready for the men's bronze medal game. On the far end of the court is the team from British Columbia in the purple jerseys with white numerals. They will start with number 4, John T., number 2, Russell Leung, and number 6, Chaz Young. Closest to the camera in the gray jerseys with yellow numerals are the Seattle King Cobras, starting with number 3, Antonio Rozier, number 5, Richard Asue, and his brother, number 8, Junior Asue. And the King Cobras to start with the ball. And we're underway with this men's bronze medal game. It'll be Richard Asue to take the first shot from the center. Bounce ball down the middle, blocked by Russell Young. Gives it off to Chaz Young on the left wing. He throws it down the middle. Richard Asue there to make the save. Gives it off to Antonio Rozier. Rozier from the left wing, bounce ball straight down, blocked by John T. T, bounce ball down the line, pushed out of bounds by Antonio Rozier. Rozier with it, cross court shot, wide of the right post. Ball into Chaz Young. Young going down the line off the feet of Junior Asue and in. BC strikes first on a goal by Chaz Young, 1-0. 45 seconds into the game. Junior Asue rolls it down, pops up off of the center Leung. He gets it, grabs it, hands it off to John T., who moves over to the other side, and his shot blocked by Junior Asue. Junior backs up, tries to go cross court, but that one's going to go wide, out of bounds. Ball into BC. John T. with it. He's going to go to that same spot he tried last time, going for the post this time, but wide. Ball into the King Cobras. Richard Asue moves to the center of the net. Centers himself, spins, bounce ball looking for a gap, but John T. there to close it up. Hands it off to Chaz Young on the left wing. Young cross court towards the middle, blocked by Richard Asue, gives it to Antonio Rozier. Rozier, bounce ball, stopped by Young. Young going down the line, out of bounds. Ball over to the King Cobras. And Junior Asue takes it from the right wing, goes cross court, blocked by the feet of the center Russell Leung. Passes it back on the right wing to John T. John T, big bounce ball down the middle. Richard Asue there to block it. It's going to roll out of bounds. Ball into Rozier. Antonio Rozier down the middle, blocked by the center Russell Leung. Hands it off to Chaz Young on the left wing. He throws it down the middle, blocked by Richard Asue. Passes it over to Rozier. Bounce ball down the line. John T. there to slide over. John T. looking for the gap, but Junior Asue got his arms out to block it. Junior Asu cross court, blocked by the center Russell Leung. Passes it back to John T on the right wing. Bounce ball blocked by Rozier. He gets it before it hits the high ball line. Passes it back to Richard Asu. He gets the shot off, blocked by Chaz Young. Chaz Young get ball down the side, blocked by Junior Asu. Junior cross court, blocked by John T. John T moves from the right wing over to the left. Big bounce ball, but Junior Asu, nice save there. Got his hand up to keep it from bouncing over. Blocked by the center Young. BC with the ball. It's Chaz Young. Down the line, blocked by Junior Asu. He finds it, passes it to his brother in the center. Richard going for the left post, out of bounds. 5:56 to go, first half, 1-0 BC in front of the King Cobras. John T with the bounce ball, gets through, but blocked by Rozier backing up the center. Junior Asu has it on the right wing. He goes cross court, stopped by the feet of John T. Quick return throw, but Richard Asu right there in the middle to block it. Rozier now spinning. Bounce ball down the line and just wide. BC with the ball. T hands it to Young. Young down the line, blocked by Junior Asu on the right wing. Junior throws it down the middle. Russell Leung, the center, grabs it, hands it to John T. T with the bounce ball down the line, wide, blocked or dropped in for Antonio Rozier. Rozier down the middle, blocked by Leung. John T with the big bounce ball, blocked by Richard Asu. Richard down the middle, pops up over the center, but backing up is Chaz Young to keep it out of the net. Score remains 1-0. Oh, we got our first penalty of the game, though. A high ball call on Chaz Young of British Columbia. And the King Cobras will have a chance to tie it here. Looks like Richard Asu will take the throw against Chaz Young. And he beats him, Richard Asu, with a perfectly placed penalty throw, and we're tied at 1. BC looking to answer. John T down the middle, blocked by Richard Asu. Richard spins. Oh, the hands of Russell Young kept that one out of the net. Chaz Young with it now. Down the line. Off the feet of Junior Asu and out of bounds. 4:05 to go first half. We're tied at 1. Junior Asu down the middle, blocked by Russell Young. And we got our first timeout. BC takes it. 3:55 to go first half. We're tied at 1 in this men's bronze medal match. British Columbia got the first goal from Chaz Young on a shot down the line from the left wing, and then Seattle King Cobras answered with a successful penalty throw conversion from Richard Asu, and that's where we stand, knotted at 1. 2 more games after this. We'll get into the women's gold medal game next between BC and the Sirens, and then the men's gold medal game between the Avalanche and the Rattlesnakes will conclude the weekend here in Vancouver, Washington. BC with the ball as we begin play off the timeout, and John T goes from the center to the right wing, blocked out by Junior Asu. Junior backs up, goes cross court, slowed down by the feet of Russell Leung, the center, and John T backing him up, takes it from the right wing. Cross court shot by John T, stopped by the feet of Junior Asu. Junior goes to the middle, blocked by Russell Leung. Hands it off on the left wing to Chaz Young. Down the middle, blocked by Richard Asu. Spinning bounce ball, pops up over the center, but backing up is John T. T moves over. Bounce ball trying that right wing again, but Junior Asu there to block it out. Under 3 minutes to go, first half. Richard Asu stopped by the feet of Russell Leung. John T backing up. Bounce ball down, blocked by Antonio Rozier. Rozier, quick return throw by John T, looking for a gap shot, blocked by Richard Asu and Rozier. Rozier looking to the middle, blocked by Leung, gives it to Chaz Young on the left wing. That shot blocked by Asu. Rozier with it on the left wing. There's a bounce ball down, almost got the gap, but John T there to close it. Under 2 minutes to go, first half. John T, bounce ball down, blocked by Rozier. Turn throw to the middle, blocked by the center Leung. Rolls past him to the left wing. Oh, Chaz Young down the left wing again. That's the same place he found success the first goal, and he gives BC the 2-1 lead. Junior Asu tries to return down the line, but Young blocks it out. And it'll be John T with the big bounce ball, blocked by Rozier. And the King Cobras will have a substitution timeout. Junior Asu will come out, and Sean Ransom will come in with 1:19 to go in the first half. And equipment check before we begin. And ready to go here off the timeout. Antonio Rozier has it on the left wing for the King Cobras. His cross-court shot goes wide of the post. John T with it. Throws it cross court, tests Sean Ransom, who just came into the game, but he's there to make the save. Ransom's return shot, though, goes well wide. And ball dropped into BC with 1 minute to go in the half. Chaz Young's shot, blocked by Ransom. He finds it, passes it back to Richard Assu. His shot down the middle, blocked by Leung, passes it to almost, and it does go in the net. An own goal by BC. Ball was stopped by Leung. He passed it back to Chaz Young, who swatted it, thinking he was swatting it out of bounds, but he batted it in the net, and we're tied at 2. John T. looking for the stop, pushed out of bounds by Rozier. 35 seconds to go in the half. Rozier with the big bounce ball down, blocked by John T. T straight down, popped up off of Rozier and out of bounds. 20 seconds to go in the half. Rozier with the bounce ball, blocked by T. Quick return shot, almost got under the arm of Rozier. And the Cobras call timeout with 6 seconds to go. And a 2-2 game. Cobras will have one more shot here before the halftime. And Richard Assu is going to take the final shot of the half here for the Cobras. Six seconds on the clock. Off the whistle, there we go. And it's popped up and rolls out of bounds. 1.8 seconds. I don't know if BC will get a shot off here. And they won't. Buzzer sounds and an entertaining first half for this men's bronze medal. We're tied at 2 between BC and the Seattle King Cobras. And we'll return with the second half after a 3-minute break.
1, 2, 3, go!
Welcome back for the second half of the men's bronze medal game between BC and the Seattle King Cobras. We're tied at 2 as we begin play. BC with the same lineup that they finished the half as same lineup for the King Cobras as well. Actually, there was a substitution for BC. Clement Chow is the new center, replacing Russell Young. Chow, first shot down the line, off of Ransom, but out of bounds. Actually, Chow will play left wing. John T. moves to center for BC. Sean Ransom from the right wing down the line, testing Chow, and he blocks it out of bounds. There's T from his center position. Bounce ball. Stretching out to block it is Richard Asiu. Asiu spinning, throwing down the left side, wide of the post. Chaz Young now over on the right wing for BC. Looking to go down the line, but Antonio Rozier is there to make the save. Rozier tries to left post shot, but wide. Ball into BC. Now Clement Chow moves over, blocked by the center Richard Asiu. Asiu will take it from the center spot, throws it to the right side, blocked by Chow. Clement Chow down the line, and he beats Sean Ransom down the line. Clement Chow, the second half substitution for BC, makes it 3-2, and all 3 of BC goals have come on the same spot inside that left post. Ransom looking to answer, blocked by John T. Hands it to Clement Chow. Chow down the line again. Ransom there to make the save. Spinning bounce ball down the middle, blocked by John T. T looking for the far post, blocked by Ransom. Ransom return shot, stopped by the center John T. Gives it to Chow on the left wing. Chow trying for a gap, blocked by Ransom. Passes it back to Richard Asiu. His shot goes well wide to the left. 2 minutes gone in the second half. 3-2 BC in front. Chaz Young to the middle, blocked by Asiu. Gives it to Rozier on the left wing. Rozier looking for the gap, stopped by the feet of John T. Quick return shot. Rozier's there to block it, but it's going to roll back over, and it will go back over to BC. Ball over to BC, and Young is going to hand it to Chow. Chow looking for a gap, blocked by Rozier. It's going to trickle out of bounds. Ball dropped into Rozier. Blocked out of bounds by Chaz Young. Young cross court, blocked by Richard Asiu. He finds it before it hits half court, backs up. Bounce ball wide right. Chow throws it to the far post, blocked by Ransom. Ransom now spinning, bounce ball, blocked by John T, gives it to Chow. Chow trying to go to the gap, closed up by Ransom and Asu. Ransom with the return throw, pops up off of Chow, keeps it in front of him, hands it to John T at center. John T looking to find a gap, but Richard Asu gets his hands up, closes that out. Richard down the middle, blocked by John T. Gives it to Chaz Young on the right wing. Straight down, blocked by Antonio Rozier. Spinning bounce ball, cross court. Clement Chow is there to make the save. Chow with it now. Down the line, Ransom blocks it out. 6:03 to go in the second half of this one-goal game for the bronze medal. Ransom down, bounces around off of T and Chow, but Chow corrals it. Now Chow goes cross court and it gets under the arm of Antonio Rozier. Clement Chow, his second goal makes it 4-2 BC. Rozier trying to answer, blocked out by Chaz Young. Cross court, blocked out by Ransom, shot by Young. It'll be Richard Asu for King Cobras, blocked by T. Quick return throw, but Asu and Rozier there to close it down. Rozier, John T, another quick return throw, Rozier there. Richard Asu finds it. Throws it down. T gives it off on the left wing to Clement Chow. Bounce ball, stopped by Asu. Richard Asu backs up. Throws it towards the left wing. It pops up and over Chaz Young. Richard Asu with his third goal. And we're back to a one-goal game with 5 minutes to go. It's 4-3. Off the whistle, Chaz Young, blocked by Young or Asu, but it goes over half court. Ball back over to BC. Clement Chow down the middle, blocked by Asu. Asu backs up to the crossbar, spins, throws it cross court, and blocked by Chaz Young. Young going down the line, Rozier there to make that save. Rozier spinning shot goes wide right. 4:22 to go. BC up 4-3. Clement Chow cross court, pushed out of bounds by Antonio Rozier. Ball dropped into Rozier. Shot down, blocked by John T. T with the bounce ball, wide of the left post. And Richard Asu moves to the middle. Spinning down, kicked out of bounds by John T. Under 4 minutes to play here in the men's bronze medal. It's a shot down the line. Wide of the post. Rozier looking for the gap, stopped by John T. T with the bounce ball, that's stopped by Richard Asu. Asu down, blocked out of bounds by Clement Chow. Chow down the line, blocked out by Ransom. That was where BC's found success down that line. 3 of their 4 goals. Ransom's going to pat the ball. Rozier moving over to the right side now, throwing it cross court. Oh, stopped by the feet of Chaz Young. Young down the middle, blocked by Asu. Richard backs up to the net. Spins. Bounce ball to the gap. Pops up off the feet of John T, but he sweeps it over and keeps it out of the net. Close call there. And BC will call timeout with 2:56 to play. BC 4, Seattle King Cobras 3 in this bronze medal match. We got a good one going. Thanks for spending your Sunday with us here in Vancouver, Washington. Rainy, chilly, but not as cold as the Northeast. What will be in the Northeast in April for our next regional in Westmont, New Jersey. And all roads lead to the USABA National Championships in September in Fort Wayne, Indiana at the Turnstone Center. But less than 3 minutes to go here in a 1-goal game. This will be a great finish as we begin play with Clement Chow for BC. And the left wing going down the line where they found success, but Sean Ransom gets his hand on it, pushes it out. Ransom down the line, and that's blocked out by Young, or no, blocked out by Chow over on the right wing. And now John T with a bounce ball down the middle, blocked by Richard Asu. Asu down the middle, blocked by John T. He's going to quick return throw, try to catch the Cobras off guard, but Ransom's right there to make the save. Turn throw, blocked by T. Clement Chow with it. Chow down, straight down the right side, or left side, blocked by the right wing Ransom. Ransom shot, gets past John T, pushes it back across half court, ball over to the King Cobras. 2:05 to play. Richard Asu shot wide to the left. Young down the middle. Ooh, gets by Asu, but backing up is Rozier. Kicks it over to Ransom, who throws it to the middle. Blocked out by John T. 1:44 to go. And it'll be Clement Chow from the right wing. Down the line, pushed out by Rozier. Ball dropped in, Rozier with it. Looking for the gap. John T slides over, takes his time. 1.5 to go. Down the left sideline, out of bounds. Ball into the King Cobras. Richard Asu with the bounce ball, stopped by the feet of John T. T passes it back to Young on the right wing. Young down, blocked by Rozier. And we got a timeout for an equipment check with 1:04 to go. 4-3 lead, BC over the King Cobras. And ready to go here as we tick down to 1 minute to go. Zier down the line, blocked by Young. Young goes cross court, out of bounds. And timeout will be called by the Seattle King Cobras with 49 seconds remaining as they try to discuss some strategy on getting the equalizing goal here. Coming up after this is the women's gold medal match between British Columbia and the Sirens. And then Darryl Walker will be joining us for the men's gold medal match. He'll be doing the play-by-play for that one. It'll be between the Avalanche and the Rattlesnakes. Shot by Ransom, stopped by John T. Clement Chow taking it from the left wing. Going down the line and pushed out by Ransom. 35 seconds left. We're going to have a substitution timeout used by the Cobras. As Sean Ransom will check out and Junior Asu will check in. Richard Asu taking it from the center. And looking to gap, going to the left wing, but blocked by Young. 20 seconds to go as John T lets this one go, and it goes out of bounds. And the Cobras will use another substitution timeout here as Junior Asu comes back out and Ransom back in. 18 seconds on the clock. And the whistle blows, and Sean Ransom looking for the gap shot, and it's pushed. Oh, it goes off the post. John T got his hand on it at center, deflected it, it rolled and hit the right post and went out of bounds. So the score remains 4-3 with 10 seconds to go. Shot by Chow, blocked by Rozier, and the King Cobras will take their final timeout to set up this final shot. 6 seconds to go for the bronze medal. Cobras down one with the ball and 6 seconds on the clock. Here we go. It's going to be Richard Asu to take it from the center. Off the whistle. There's the shot. It pops in. It's a goal! Richard Asu ties it up at 4. Beautifully executed shot, bounce ball down the middle, off the center, John T, and into the net. We are tied at 4 with 1.8 seconds. Substitution timeout. for BC. BC with a substitution with 1.8 seconds. They'll try to get a shot off before that time. What a clutch shot by Richard Asue. We are tied at 4. BC, John T. has the ball. See if he can get it down the court in 1.8 seconds. Or else we're going to overtime. And there's the whistle, the ball, and a save by Ransom. And we're going to overtime in this men's bronze medal match. Richard Asue with all 4 goals for the King Cobras, including the final one with 1.6 seconds to go. BC got 2 goals from Chaz Young and the other 2 from Clement Chow. And we're heading to overtime. Three minutes on the clock. Sudden death. Well, 3 minutes. We'll have a 3-minute break here. We'll be back with the overtime after this. We'll catch our breath and be back. Welcome back to Vancouver as we get set for overtime in this men's bronze medal match between the Seattle King Cobras and British Columbia. As we're just 10 seconds away from the action. And 3 minutes on the clock for this overtime period. And John T. will take the first throw for BC. His shot goes wide of the left post. King Cobras put it in the hands of Richard Assu, who scored all 4 goals for them, including the tying goal with 1.6 seconds. And there's one blocked out by Chaz Young. Young will hand it to John T. at center. T going to the left post, and just wide. Sean Ransom with it on the right wing for the King Cobras. Try to go down the line, off the post and out. Clement Chow with it now for BC. Chow going down the line, pops off a Ransom, but he keeps it in front of him. Ransom down, straight down the right side, blocked by Chow. John T will gather it in for BC, moves over to the left wing. Bounce ball towards the post and pushed out by Sean Ransom. Ball dropped in, Richard Assu with it. Assu down the line, pops up over Young. And just kept out of the net by Chaz Young. John T looking to answer, kicked out by Richard Assu. 2 minutes to go in the overtime period. Richard Assu, bounce ball down the middle. John T, quick return throw. But Ransom gets his feet there to stop it. Ransom back down, blocked by the center T, gives it over to Clement Chow on the left wing. Chow kicked out by Richard Assu. Ball dropped in with 1:32 to go in the overtime period. Richard Assu with it. Bounce ball down the middle, stopped by John T. T trying for that left post, and Ransom blocks it out again. Ball dropped in, Ransom hands it to Rozier over on the right wing. Antonio Rozier towards the middle, blocked by John T. Clement Chow on the left wing, cross court, blocked by Rozier. Quick return throw, looking for the gap, blocked by Chaz Young. T grabs it, under a minute to go in the overtime period. John T down, blocked by Richard Assu. It's going to roll to midcourt. He saves it from going over midcourt, backs up, and throws it towards the left post, blocked out by Chaz Young. 38 seconds in the first overtime period. Young hands it to Chow on the right wing. He's going down the line. Oh, pushed out of bounds by Antonio Rozier. That one was heading for the corner. But Rozier got over to make a great save. Ball dropped in. Rozier hands it to Richard Assu. Spinning bounce ball down, blocked by John T. 20 seconds to go in the period. First overtime. John T down to Rozier. He saves it. Return throw with 10 seconds. Blocked by Young. 7 seconds to go. See if they can get a shot off here. 4 seconds. John T towards the left post. Just wide with 1 second to go. Through the first overtime, and we're still tied at 4. All right. 3-minute break before we head to the second overtime period. We'll be back with you in just a moment. So back with you in Vancouver for the second overtime, sudden death overtime. 3 minutes will be on the clock. If no one scores in those 3 minutes, folks, we're going to go to a shootout, which will be very exciting to end this bronze medal match. But either way, sudden death goal or a shootout, we're going to determine a winner here, and that winner will go home with a medal. So we'll be ready to go here in 15 seconds. Seattle King Cobras closest to the camera in the black. The BC team on the purple jerseys on the far end of the court. The King Cobras with the first shot of the second overtime. And Richard Osu to take it. Going down for the left post, out of bounds. Ball dropped into BC. Chaz Young hands it to John T. John T going for that post and blocked out by Sean Ransom on that sideline. Sean Ransom with it on the right wing, going down the line, but that goes out of bounds. Ball dropped into BC. Clement Chow from the left wing, going center, blocked by Richard Osu. It's going to roll towards the high ball line. He grabs it, passes it back to the left wing. Antonio Rozier. Bounce ball down the middle, blocked by the center, John T. Quick return throw, but Rozier there to make the save. Rozier backing up to the post. Throws it down, blocked by the center, John T. He's going to take his time with this one. Gets himself centered at the net. Bounce ball to the left and goes wide of the post. Sean Ransom hands it to Richard Osu. Osu spins. Bounce ball down. It gets past the center, but backing up is Clement Chow. Keep that one out of the net. Chow going down, blocked by Ransom. Ransom shot down the line, out of bounds. 1:44 to go in the second overtime. Clement Chow now from the left, throws it to the middle, blocked by the feet of Ransom. Richard Asiu takes it now. Moves a little left of center. Bounce ball towards the gap. Sliding over is Chaz Young. Rolling. He's going to swat it out of bounds. And the ball will go over to the King Cobras. Dropped in. Richard Asiu to take it. Big bounce ball down the middle. John T. elevates to get it. Grabs it before it goes over half court. Throws it back to Clement Chow on the left wing. Chow down the line. Just out of bounds. 1:05 to go in the second overtime. Sean Ransom from the right wing. Throws it to the middle. Blocked. Quick return shot. Popped in the air by Ransom, but he keeps it in front of him. Ransom, another shot down the middle, blocked by the center tee. Quick return throw, Ransom there to block it out. And we're going to have an official timeout as we have a shoelace undone on Sean Ransom. 58 seconds to go here in the second overtime. BC and the King Cobras are tied. Ready to go. Ball dropped in. King Cobras with it. It's going to be Richard Asiu to take it from center. Bounce ball stopped by the feet of John T. He's going to take his time back up to the net. Going for that left post. That goes wide. 41 seconds to go. Second overtime. And Richard Asiu with it for the King Cobras. Bounce ball down, popped up off of Clement Chow, but he keeps it in front of him. 30 seconds to go. Chow straight down, stopped by Ransom. And timeout call by the Seattle King Cobras with 22 seconds to play in the second overtime. And we're ready to go here, the final 22 seconds of the second overtime. Richard Asiu with the bounce ball looking for the gap, but kicked out of bounds by John T with 12 seconds remaining. Young will hand it to John T off the right post. Big bounce ball looking for the gap, blocked by Rozier and Asiu. 6 seconds to go. 5, 3. Rozier's shot down and pushed out of bounds. And we are heading to a shootout. We are heading for a shootout here to determine the bronze medal. And we'll take a quick break and be back with the shootout right after this. Don't go anywhere. And we're back for the shootout. It'll be Richard Asue for the King Cobras and John T for BC. So John T will take the throw for BC. T against Richard Asue. And quick off the whistle, John T. So John T converts the first throw for BC. See if Richard Asue can match it for the King Cobras. And John T with a diving stop. Blocks it out for BC. Eye shades go flying off, and John T laid out. Officials discussing something, but it looked like a good block by John T. Just going to check the eye shades of John T. and but the eye shades came off after he blocked the ball, so BC has a 1-goal lead after the shootout. It'll be Antonio Rozier against Clement Chow now for both teams. And Rozier to take it for the Cobras. He goes straight down and blocked out by Clement Chow. Clement Chow with a big block there. And now Chow will try to convert against Rozier. Both athletes lined in the center. Now Chow moves a little to his right. Chow goes cross court and he's going to score that one. BC 2-0 in the shootout. And now Junior Asu for the King Cobras against Chaz Young for BC. Chaz Young with the shot. If he makes this, BC wins it. Throws it to the middle and he scores! Chaz Young! And that'll do it. BC with a shootout victory over the King Cobras. And the BC team will be our bronze medalists in a fantastic game. Congratulations to both teams on a fantastic performance. Thrilling game. And we'll be back with our women's gold medal after this. Welcome back to Vancouver, Washington and the Northwest Regional. I hope we've all caught our breath after that exciting men's bronze medal game. If you missed it, we went to a shootout between BC and the Seattle King Cobras. BC prevailing in the shootout 7-4 after 2 scoreless overtimes. And now we're set for gold medal action in the women's division. On the far end of the court is the team from British Columbia in the purple jerseys with the white numerals. And closest to the camera are the Sirens in mostly black jerseys. BC will start with Miriam Salizada, Haley Olinik, and Jacinia Camacho. Meanwhile, the Sirens will counter with Ileana Mason, Karen Zabel, and Michaela Lama. These teams met on Friday night, and the Sirens prevailed just by 1 goal, 4-3 over BC. So tight game when they first played, and we'll see if it remains tight here. Sirens will start with the ball. And it'll be Ileana Mason. Quick off the whistle, down the middle, blocked by the center. Olinik gives it to Camacho on the left wing. Camacho goes down the line, out of bounds. Ball dropped into Michaela Lama. She rolls it down, blocked by Camacho. Hands it to Salizada, down the middle, blocked by Zabel. Ileana Mason from the left wing, big bounce ball looking for the gap, kicks off of Salizada, but smothered there by Olinik at center. Salizada now from the right wing, down, blocked by Mason. Quick return throw, and almost caught Salizada out of position, but she got her hand on it at the last second to push it wide of the post. And Salizada now travels down to the left side. Bounce ball, Zabel over to block it, gives it to Lama. Lama down the right wing, just wide of the post. Dropped into Camacho on the left wing. Camacho rolls it down, blocked by Lama. Lama on the right wing, throws it cross to the middle. Blocked by Olinik. Salizada now throwing it towards Lama, blocked out. Ball dropped in to the Sirens. Ileana Mason to the middle, blocked by Olinik. Now Salizada down the line, blocked by Mason. And she'll pass it to the center, Karen Zabel. Zabel rolls it to the left, blocked by Salizada. Salizada cross court, blocked by Lama, out of bounds. Dropped in for Lama on the right wing. She'll just throw it out of bounds. Ball into Salizada from the right wing, trying to go down the line, but Mason there to make the block. Mason, big bounce ball towards the post, pushed out by Salizada with her left hand. Salizada moves over, bounces it down the middle. Blocked by Zabel. 2 minutes gone, no score. Mason for the trapped under the body of Camacho, almost got under her. Camacho from the left wing rolls it straight down. Michaela Lama there to block it. Lama backs up to the net, rolls it down the middle, and stopped by Salizada. Equipment check timeout on Ileana Mason. 7:31 to go first half. No score. Salizada now down the right side, blocked by Mason, out of bounds. Ball dropped into Mason. Mason now looking for the gap, cross court, blocked by Olenek. She'll pass it back to Camacho. Jasenia Camacho on the left wing, straight down the line, but it's going to travel out of bounds. Ball is dropped in for Michaela Lama. Lama straight down, blocked by Olenek, gives it to Camacho. Camacho down the line, and Lama there to make the block. She'll pat the ball, hand it to Mason. Mason moves over to the right wing, looking for the gap shot. Ooh, nice save by Haley Olenek. And timeout as Olenek's eye shades got jostled on that save. 6:44 to go on the clock, no score, first half. And ready to go here again. Salizada. Oh, we got an illegal coaching call on the Sirens bench. And number 3 was chosen to defend, Michaela Lama. And Michaela will face Salizada on the penalty throw. And Salizada makes it 1-0 BC. So penalty throw from Salizada is good with 6:41 to go in the first half. Ball dropped in. Ileana Mason for the Sirens looking to answer, and she does underneath the center. Immediate answer by the Sirens as Mason buries it under the center of Olenek, and we're tied at 1. Bounce ball by Salizada, stopped by the feet of Zabel. Karen Zabel will back up to the net. Throw it to the right post. Ooh, almost got through the arms of Camacho, but she squeezed it. And she'll take the shot from the left post, going straight down the sideline, blocked by Mason. Mason up quickly, return shot, blocked by Camacho. Camacho will take another shot from the left wing, and that one's out of bounds. Ball over to the Sirens. And Mason to take it. Bounce ball cross court, blocked by Salizada. She'll take this shot from the right wing, going right down the line and buries it in the corner. Perfect shot from Miriam Salizada. BC back on top 2-1. Michaela Lama off the whistle, looking for a gap, but Salizada is there to make the save, but that ball's gonna trickle back over half court, and the Sirens will get another throw here. Lama with it, is gonna hand it to Mason. Oh, Mason, Olenek was well out of the net, and there was a gap there, but Mason threw it right at Olenek. Now Salizada going center, blocked by Zabel, and it's going to roll back over. And ball over to BC. And Salizada with it now. Looking middle, blocked by Zabel. Hands it off to Mason on the left wing. Big bounce ball by Ileana Mason, blocked out of bounds by Salizada. Salizada now from the right post, throws cross court, blocked by the center Zabel. Gives it to Lama. Lama straight down, blocked by Olenek. Now Camacho from the left post. Camacho throws towards the gap, blocked by Zabel. Zabel will take the throw. Throws it down towards the gap, blocked by Camacho. Camacho rolls it down, blocked by Lama. Lama is gonna pat it, hand it off to Mason. Looking for the gap, and she's got it. Eliana Mason ties the game at 2 with a beautiful shot in the gap. 4:17 to go first half, 2-2. And we got an equipment check timeout as Ileana Mason threw that one from the right wing through the left wing center gap. And we're tied at 2 as the whistle sounds, and Salizada quickly pops off Lama, pops off Zabel, but corralled by Mason. Mason looking for another gap, and kicked up off the crossbar and over the net. Heading for the gap, Salizada kicked her feet out. Ball went off the crossbar and over the net. And BC will have a substitution with Melody Shi checking into the game and Jasenia Camacho checking out. .404 on the clock here, first half. And we're ready to go here. Miriam Salizada off the whistle, throws it down the middle, and it gets past Karen Zabel and in for the goal. Salizada with her third goal makes it 3-2 BC. Whistle sounds. It's going to be Karen Zabel. Cross court, blocked by Melody Shi. She rolls it down, blocked by Zabel. Zabel in the center, backs up to the net. Throws it, looking for a gap shot, blocked over by Olenek, sliding across. Pats the ball, gives it to Salizada. Shot down the middle, blocked by Zabel. Hands it off on the right wing to Lama. Lama down the middle, blocked by Olenek. Hands it on the left wing, Melody Shi. Shi with the bounce ball, blocked by Zabel. She grabs it, hands it off on the left side to Ileana Mason. Mason straight down, blocked by Salizada. She'll back up, 3 minutes to go, first half. Salizada cross court, stretching out to save it is Zabel. Zabel cross court, blocked by Salizada. Throws it over to Melody Shi, but it goes out of bounds. And the ball will go over to the Sirens. And dropped in on the right side for Michaela Lama. She'll roll it straight down, blocked by Shi. Melody Shi rolls it down, blocked by Zabel. Karen Zabel now rolls it down, blocked by the center Olenek. Hands it to Shi. She'll hand it to Selizado, who throws it from the left wing. Center blocked by Zabel. Ileana Mason. Spinning bounce ball, and it deflects off of Shi and in. Ileana Mason has tied the game once again. 3-3. Bounce ball that got under the center Olenek and deflected off of the left wing Shi into the net. Looking to answer is Selizada, but Mason's there. Quick return throw, and it catches Selizada off guard. Beautiful return throw by Ileana Mason. As Selizada wasn't set, she was still standing up and couldn't get down in time. Ball got underneath her. 4-3, Sirens lead. Selizada looking to answer, but Zabel there hands it off to Lama on the right wing. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Lama's shot, that blocked by the center Olenek. Olenek straight down, blocked by Zabel, gives it off to Mason. Ileana Mason, cross court, blocked by Melody Shi. She rolls it down the left side, out of bounds. Ball into the Sirens. And Michaela Lama with it. Throws it down, blocked by the center Olenek. She'll hand it to Selizada, who moves over to center. She goes to the left post, just wide. Ball into the Sirens. Lama will hand it to Mason. Mason looking for the gap, but Olenek closes it up. 1 minute to go in the first half. Selizada down the middle, blocked by Zabel. She finds it, hands it to Lama. Lama will roll it straight down, blocked by Shi. Melody Shi with it, rolls up her sleeves, gonna take this shot from the left wing, rolls it down, blocked by Zabel. Hands it over to Mason. Mason from the left wing, spinning. Big bounce ball for the gap, gets past the center, but Selizada backs up. Under 30 seconds to go, first half. Selizada cross court, blocked by Lama. She gets to her feet, throws it cross court from the right wing, blocked by Selizada. She'll move over from her right wing position to the left side and throws it straight down, pounces off Zabel, bounces off Lama, but backing up is Mason. Nicely to save that goal. And a timeout by the Sirens with 6.2 seconds in the half as they discuss strategy for this final throw of the half. Sirens up 4-3. And the horn sounds. We're ready to go here. It's going to be Ileana Mason taking it from the right wing. Off the whistle, throws it down, blocked by Olenek. Quick return throw. And that'll do it. The horn will sound. One half of action. We got a good one going here for the women's gold medal. Sirens 4, BC 3. Ileana Mason with all 4 goals for the Sirens. Miriam Selizada with all 4 for BC. We'll take a quick break and be back with the second half. Welcome back for the second half of this women's gold medal match between BC and the Sirens. Sirens up 4-3 as we begin half number 2. And the ball into BC. And Salizada with it for BC. Straight down. It pops up off of Lama and in. And the first throw at a half. BC has tied it at 4. Cross-court shot by Salizada, blocked by Lama. Timeout call by the Sirens. And ready to go here again. First minute of play in the second half. We're tied at 4. Sirens will just... Oh, premature throw. Dump it out of bounds. It'll go back to BC. As they tied this game on the first throw of the half by Miriam Salizada. And she'll take another shot looking for that same spot, but Zabel's there to close it up. Ileana Mason now spinning, big bounce ball down the middle, blocked by Olenek, the center. She'll pass it off on the right side to Salizada. Throws it down, blocked by Zabel. Mikaela Lama, straight down, blocked by She, kicked out of bounds by She. Zabel with the save. Mason, cross court. Oh, about a foot wide of the right post. Ball dropped into BC. Salizada with it now. Bounce ball down the middle. It's going to get through the gap. Miriam Salizada with her 5th goal. 2 here in the second half. In the first minute and a half has given BC the 1-goal lead now, 5-4. Mikaela Lama now from the right wing, blocked by Olenek, the center. She'll hand it to Salizada. Bounce ball, blocked by Lama on the right wing. But she kicks it out of bounds as she tried to find it. Ball will drop into Sirens now. Mason in the middle, blocked by Olenek. Salizada's shot, pushed out of bounds by Lama. Lama with it on the right wing, rolls it towards the middle, blocked by Olenek. Now left wing, Melody She rolls it straight down. Zabel with the stop. Karen's able to take this throw from the center. Rolls it down, blocked by Salizada. Salizada cross court, blocked by Zabel at center, hands it off to Mason on the left wing. Big bounce ball by Ileana Mason, stopped by Salizada. She'll throw cross to the middle, blocked by Zabel, rolling towards half court. Zabel saves it, throws it back to Mason. Mason quickly looking for the gap, and somehow it stayed out. Salizada got her feet out to keep that one out of the net. Quick return shot by Melody Shee, blocked by Lama. Lama throws it straight down. Melody Shee there to make the save. Under 7 minutes to go here in the second half. A high ball called on Melody Shee. This is a big opportunity for the Sirens to tie the game back up, as Ileana Mason will take the penalty throw against Melody Shee. And Mason buries it in their left corner. And we are knotted at 5 with 6:46 to play. Mason and Salizada have accounted for all 5 goals on each of the teams. Salizada will look to answer as her bounce ball is stopped by Zabel in the middle. Gives it to Mason, spinning throw. Stopped by the center, Haley Olenek. She'll back up, hand it to Salizada. Bounce ball down the middle, blocked by Zabel. Gives it off to Mason. Mason cross court, pushed out by Melody Shee. Shee rolling it down, blocked by Zabel. Karen Zabel backs up. Rolls it down. Saved by Olenek, hands it off to Shee. She gives it to Salizada down the middle, bouncing ball, blocked by Zabel. Gives it to Ileana Mason. Mason from the left wing, big bounce ball, looking for the gap, gets past the feet of Olenek, backed up by Salizada. Salizada now, bounce ball, stopped by Zabel, hands off to Mason on the left wing. Ileana Mason rolls it straight across, blocked by Shee. Olenek finds it, passes it back to Shee on the left wing. Her throw goes out of bounds. Ball into the Sirens. Lama now with it, throws it down, blocked by Shee. Now Salizada with the return throw, and it gets through the gap, the left wing center gap. BC back in front, 6-5. Salizada with her 6th goal. Got it between Mason and Zabel. Mason looking to answer, stopped by the center, Olenek. She'll give it to Salizada. Straight down, blocked by Zabel. Zabel backs up, throws it down, blocked by Olenek. Melody Shee with it on the left wing for BC. Her shot is stopped by Mason. Mason to take the throw. Going straight down, it pops off of Salizada in. Ileana Mason answers once again. We're tied at 6. Back and forth we go, under 5 to play in this gold medal match. Salizada pops, it goes over, and a goal for Salizada. She answers. 7-6. That was a bounce ball that bounced over Zabel and Mason backing up. Mason, see if she can answer once again. Nope. Olenek there to make that save. Miriam Salizada, straight down, blocked by Mason. Quick return throw, though. Oh, pushed out by Salizada. Tried to catch her off position once again, and I think BC noticed that. They're going to call timeout with 4:29 to play here in the second half. Another good one. Our game right before this was the men's bronze medal game. That went to a shootout. And this one is turning out to be a doozy as well. 7-6 BC out in front of the Sirens. It's been a two-woman game so far offensively. Mason with all 6 goals for the Sirens. Miriam Salizada with all 7 goals for BC. And we're set to go here off the whistle. Salizada straight down against Lama, who's moved over to the left wing. Lama looking for a gap, blocked by Olenek. She hands it to Salizada. Bounce ball, blocked by Lama. Rolling towards half court, and it's going to go over. Ball back over to BC, 4:07 to play. Bounce ball by Salizada, kicked by Lama, cross court, out of bounds. And ball into Ileana Mason from the right wing, straight down, blocked by Melody Shee. Shee throws it cross court, blocked by Lama. Return throw down the middle, that's blocked by Olenek. Hands it to Salizada. There's a bounce ball. Zabel there to make the save in the middle. Gives it off to Mason on the right side. Spinning bounce ball towards the post. Melody Shee dives and makes the save. Shee now... Oh, another high ball on Melody Shee. And once again, the Sirens have a chance to tie it on a penalty throw. 3:20 on the clock. It'll be Mason to take this one again against Shee. And she goes to the right side and in, and Liliana Mason. And we are tied at 7. 3:20 to go. Another barn burner here for a medal. This one for the women's gold. Salizada, bounce ball, blocked by Zabel in the middle. She's trying to find it. She does. Passes it to Michaela Lama, and she throws it out to avoid the 10-second penalty, and the ball will go over to BC. Salizada down the line, just wide of the post. About 6 inches wide. And the Sirens with it now. Mason moving back to the left wing, throws it middle, blocked by Olenek. Quick return throw, stopped by Zabel. Karen Zabel will back up and take this one. And throws it down, blocked by Olenek, gives it off to Shee. She will hand it to Salizada. Bounce ball middle, blocked by Zabel. Rolling towards midcourt. Zabel throws it back. Mason's got to get this one off quick. She does, straight down, blocked by Salizada. She'll take her time with this one. Bounce ball down the middle, and Zabel and Lama can combine to make that stop. Lama rolls it back down the middle. Stopped by Olenek. Haley Olenek from the center throwing it down, blocked by Zabel. And she'll back up as we hit 2 minutes to go in this gold medal match. Tied at 7. Zabel cross court, blocked by Salizada. Salizada straight down, and it gets through past the hands of Karen Zabel, and BC back on top once again, 8-7. Miriam Salizada, all 8 goals. We have a minute 47 to play. Mason looking to answer. Almost gets by the center, but Salizada backed up. Now Salizada, bounce ball, stopped by Mason. Quick return throw. Salizada's there. And Salizada's return shot, blocked by Zabel, gives it off to Mason. Mason from the left wing, big bounce ball down the middle, blocked by Haley Olenek at center. Olenek down, blocked by Zabel. Hands it off to Lama. Lama throws it down and blocked by Olenek. 1 minute to go in this gold medal match. BC up 8-7. Salizada shot blocked by Zabel. And timeout ball by the Sirens. 49 seconds to play. 1 goal game. Another great game here on Championship Sunday in Vancouver, Washington. Coming up after this will be the men's gold medal match between the Avalanche and the Rattlesnakes, and we'll have Daryl Walker sitting in with us to call that one. 3-time Paralympian Daryl Walker from the men's goalball team. And off the whistle, Eliana Mason throws it straight down, blocked by Olenek. She will hand it to Salizada. Bounce ball down, blocked by Zabel, gives it to Mason. Mason backs up on the right wing. Cross court, off the leg of Salizada. Olenek takes it, 30 seconds to go. Salizada straight down, blocked by Lama. Lama pats it, gives it to Mason. 20 seconds left. Bounce ball down the middle. Olenek makes the save. BC will take their time. Olenek with it. And rolls it out of bounds with 9 seconds to go. 9 seconds. This could be the last shot for the Sirens. And it's a big bounce ball by Mason, but stopped by BC, and that should do it. Olenek will throw it, but that's the game. Congratulations to the British Columbia team on a great gold medal game. 8-7 is your final. Miriam Salizada with all 8 goals for BC. And Eliana Mason with all 7 for the Sirens. So 8-7 is your final here. We'll be back with the men's gold medal match in just a moment. All right, welcome back to the final game of the weekend here at the Northwest Regional in Vancouver, Washington. We are ready for the men's gold medal match between the Northwest Association of Blind Athletes Avalanche. They will be closest to the camera. On the far end of the court are the Texas Rattlesnakes. And happy to turn over the play-by-play for this one to three-time Paralympian Daryl Walker from the men's goalball team. Daryl will lay out the starting lineups for you as we're just over a minute from action. Daryl, welcome.
Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Daryl Walker, once again returning to you for another live commentary here in the beautiful Vancouver, Washington. Thank you so much for tuning into this fantastic game that we are about to watch. So, on the Texas Rattlesnake side, we have starting lineup Gray Peziaska, who is number 1. We also have Will Lopez, number 3, and we also have Roger, can't pronounce his last name right now, Huna, as number 9. And that is pretty much left to right. Gray will probably play right wing, Roger will play left wing, and Will play center. Then over here on the close in side with the Avalanche, we will have starting lineups with TJ, who is number 7. John Hinman, number 4. And we also have Dalton Williams as number 9. So sorry about me delaying with the lineup and everything. I'm learning myself, and Bill has good handwriting, but it's also tiny handwriting. And since I'm legally blind, I am not able to read it quite as well. But I will do my absolute best to commentate this game. I will be commentating this game in the perspective of where the player is on the court with a 9-meter court. So when the Avalanche throw the ball, it's 1 through 9 with them facing their goal, and then 1 through 9 for Texas Rattlesnakes facing the goal. And here we go. Avalanche will start with the ball at back center. Dalton has picked up the ball. Actually, no, John Hinman has picked up the ball. Walk to his left wing, which is the 1. He starts his approach, throws the ball, bounce ball directs to the 5, blocked by Will Lopez. He picks up the ball in his 5, throws the ball, goes to the gap, blocked easily by John Hinman in the 7. John picks it up, walks over to his corner, releases the ball, throws a cross court to the 7, blocked by Will Lopez again. Will picks it up, hands it off to Gray Peziaska. He throws from the right side, skip shot to the 5, blocked by TJ. Ball went loose, collaborated by John Hinman. Goes back to his corner again. Throws a skip shot to the 7 once again, blocked by Roger, collected by Will Lopez. Hands it off to Gray Peziaska. The gap all the way to the 2, blocked by Dalton. Dalton picks it up, steps into his gap, throws the ball immediately out of bounds. Looks like he got a little bit disoriented. Roger collects the ball from his left wing post, from his 1, throws the ball, cut gap to the 3, blocked by Dalton. Dalton picks the ball up, steps into his gap into the 7. Goes gap to gap, blocked by Will Lopez at center. Will Lopez picks it up, starts in the 5. Goes a skip shot to the 7, blocked easily by John Hinman. John Hinman picks it up, steps into his gap in the 3. Goes a ball skip shot to the 2, blocked by Gray Peziaska. Gray Peziaska picks it up, sweeps all the way over to the left post. Goes a ball, blocked by Dalton, over the nets. Ball goes loose over the nets. Great ball by Dalton. John Hinman standing at back center looking to collect the ball. Let's see if there'll be a handoff. Dalton picks it up, and he does that exact thing. Hands it off to John Hinman. He backpedals to his gap from the 3. Throws the ball. Skip shot blocked by Gray Peziaska. Quick pitch by Gray. Jams the ball into the court. Blocks by Dalton into his 3. Dalton throws it from the gap. Down the line. Blocked by Roger in the corner. This is a great game going so far. Both teams are evenly matched on defense. Gray Peziaska walks over, tries to collect the ball. He does not. Roger throws it from his left post. Throws it to 2. Blocked by Dalton. Dalton passes it to TJ. TJ picks it up. Center of the court throws. Bounce ball. Goes out of bounds at the front line. Gray Peziaska is walking over to collect the ball from Roger. He then sweeps back over to his spot. Going from the 7. Ooh, and a great short cross across the face of the center shot by Gray Peziaska. Does a 73 shot. 1-0 Rattlesnakes. Dalton has it. He's handing it off to John Hinman. John Hinman throws it from his 3. Blocked easily by Gray Peziaska. In the 3. Gray has it. Right post. Sweeps over. Goes to the left post from his 3. Ooh. Throws it right to his 9. Blocked by John Hinman. Blocks out. Picks the ball up. Throwing from his corner. And high ball by John Hinman. Got a little too much underneath the ball as he threw that ball. The ball popped in the air, and I kind of thought the referee was going to call a penalty on that one. His approach, he is standing in the back center. Gray Peziaska picks up the ball. He is starting in the 2. Left post. Goes the ball. Out. Post and out. That'll get you every single time. Shout out to Zach Bueller with the post shot once again. Ball's collected by Dalton. John Hinman walks over, collects the ball from Dalton, walks back over to his left post. Throwing from his 1-2. Throws it directly to the 5. Easily blocked by Will Lopez. Will Lopez picks the ball up, steps over to his 7 gap. Throws it right into the corner in the 9. Blocked. Scored perfectly by Will Lopez. 2-0 Texas Rattlesnakes. John Hinman picks up the ball from his left post once again from the 1. Skip shot blocked easily by Will Lopez in the 7. Roger has it, left post. Bounce ball to the 5, blocked easily by TJ. TJ collects it, picks it up, steps into his right post in the 7. Skip shot to the 5-6, blocked easily by Will Lopez. Will Lopez picks it up, hands it off to Gray Peziaska, right post, throwing it out of 8. Bounce ball to the 2, blocked out by Dalton. John Hinman is walking over as if he's going to collect the ball from Dalton. Let's see if he hands it off. Dalton does not hand it off this time. He throws it from his left post. 7 to a 7. Blocked easily by Will Lopez. Will Lopez picks it up. Approaching from the 5. Skip shot. Out of bounds. But John Hinman was there, so even if it was in, he probably would have blocked it. John Hinman has the ball from his left post, which is the 1. Throws a full cross court, blocked easily by Roger. Roger picks it up, quick pitches back, throws it down the line to Dalton. Dalton blocks it easily. Dalton picks it up from his 7. Skip shot to the 7. Will Lopez blocks it again. Will Lopez is on fire with defense today. Passes it to back center to Gray Peziaska. He throws it from his 6. Skip shot to the 4. Blocked by TJ. Blocked out, actually. Ball is inbound to Dalton. Steps up to his gap to the 7. Immediately goes out, half court. Gray Peziaska is walking over to the left post. He has it in the 9. They made a switch now for wings. He's throwing it from the 9. His 1, actually. He tried to go down the line, but he didn't make it. Goes out of bounds. Dalton has it. Stands up. Hands it off to John Hinman at back center. Hinman sweeps over. Starts from his 3. Goes gap to gap. Blocked by Will Lopez. Will Lopez has it at back center. Throws it out. John Hinman has the ball. Starts from the 1 again. Throws the ball to the 3. Blocked by Will Lopez. Collected by Gray Peziaska. Starts from his 2. Bounce ball to the 5, blocked easily by TJ. Pass to John Hinman. Starts off from the 3. Throws it out. I'm assuming he was trying to go for the 9, but it went out at the high ball line on Texas's end. Roger is walking over to Gray Peziaska. They do the switch again. Roger goes to the left, Gray goes to the right. Gray sweeping all the way over from his 8. Ooh. Does an 81 right in the corner. 3-0 Rattlesnakes. Dalton has it in his 7. Goes out of bounds yet again. Dalton's having a really hard time keeping the ball on court. Gray's coming over to Roger. He's communicating with Roger about a shot. Roger's throwing from his 1. Throws it to the 4, blocked by TJ. TJ collects it. Goes to back center. Goes the ball. Bounce ball to his 9, blocked by Roger. Roger collects it in his 1. Bounce ball to the 3 that time, blocked by TJ. Ball over. Ball goes back to Texas Rattlesnake. Gray Peziaska is walking over like I thought he would. Wings make a switch again. Roger goes to right. Gray goes to left. Gray's throwing from the 1. Skip shot to the 3. Blocked by TJ. Dalton has the ball in his 7. Dalton goes out of bounds again. Ball coming back in bounds. Gray has the ball right now. Throwing out of his 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sweeped over. Throws the ball to the 5. Blocked by TJ. Pass to John Hinman. Throwing out of his 2. Skip shot. Goes to the 2-3. Blocked by Will Lopez. Will Lopez collects the ball. Goes to 5. Skip shot to the 6, blocked by John Hinman. Ball went loose. Dalton hit it out. Got blocked out by Dalton. Inbound to Dalton. He has the ball. He throws out of his 8. Throws out again. Gray Peziaska has the ball on left wing. Currently standing in the 5. Getting ready to throw the ball. Skip shot. Long ball by Gray Peziaska. It was a great throw, but got too far underneath it, and it went past the team area line. Now he has to defend the penalty. Will the Avalanche capitalize on this opportunity to get themselves on the board? We shall see. John Henneman has the ball from his 5. Throws the ball. Blocked easily by Gray Peziaska in the 4. Rattlesnakes are still up 3-0, and they are fired up, ready to play. Ball is passed off to Will Lopez at the center. Throws it. Skip shot to the 4. Blocked by John Hinman. Quick pitch by TJ. Out of bounds. He was not. Yeah, it was a crazy play there. Roger has it on left wing. Throwing from his 1. Skip shot to the 3, blocked by TJ, collected by Dalton. Dalton throws out of the 7. And he throws out of bounds again. Ball's coming in on Roger's side in the 1. Hands it over to Will Lopez. Will therefore hands it over to Gray Peziaska. Gray sweeps all the way over to the 8. Throws the ball. And in the corner again. Into the 1. Pass Dalton again. It is now 4-0. Texas Rattlesnake, timeout. Washington Avalanche. 2:38 left to go in this first half. I don't know about you sports Goalball fans, but I was not expecting this game to look like this. Avalanche has been playing great defense all throughout the tournament, so don't know. Maybe the pressures of trying to win in their home states is getting to them, or maybe the intimidation of Gray Peziaska, a.k.a. the Python, is really getting to them. Or it could be a combination of both. No idea. And for those of you that are tuning in, Great Peziaska is actually wearing a Team USA jersey with the name Walker on the background. Yes, I did lend it to him because he actually forgot his jersey at home. What a shocker. John Hinman has the ball in the 3-4 area. Throws the ball to the 6. Blocked by Will Lopez yet again. Long pass to Great Peziaska. Received in the 7. Skip shot. Woo, just out at the post. Almost had Dalton again. Substitution by Avalanche. Looks like Dalton's coming out and Nathaniel is coming in. That would be Nathaniel, that would be Nathaniel, number 5, coming in. Let's see if Nathaniel coming in is going to make a huge difference for these guys. This guy has a combination of throwing smooth shots and bounce balls. All right, Texas Rattlesnake has made a substitution. Great Peziaska is coming out of the game. And Richie is coming in for him. Richie is number 8. New guy on the team. This is actually Richie's first USABA sanctioned tournament ever. So, let's see. Hopefully the pressure won't get to him too much and he will just play his game he's been playing this entire tournament. John Hinman from the right side, from the 7. Throws the ball to the 7. Blocked easily by Roger. Roger hands the ball off to Will Lopez. Goes from the 5. Starts off. Throws to the 9. Blocked by Nathaniel. Nathaniel has really good defense and a lot of energy. So expect that to happen this game. Nathaniel has it from his 1. Skip shot to the 5. Blocked easily by Will Lopez. Will Lopez hands it off at... Oh, nope, he actually switches with Roger a little bit. Comes around. He threw from his 6 to the 5. Or 4 to the 5. John Hinman now has it. To the 8. Blocked by Roger. Great save by Roger with his hands. Blocking it into the 7. Roger has it from the 1. Throws the ball. Gets loose. Nathaniel collects it. Sweeps back over to his 1. Throws it. Boom! It's the 7. Nathaniel comes in to put Avalanche on the board. 1-4. Is this the momentum that they needed? We shall see. Roger has it. 1. Throws a skip shot. He hits the 2. John Hinman has it in the 9. Skip shot. And he hits the 3. Avalanche are now down 4-2. It's now 2-4 Avalanche. Will Lopez now has it. He's throwing out of the 6. Job. Blocked in the 4 by TJ. John Hinman has the ball in his 9. Bounce ball. Gets blocked that time in the 2 by Richie. Will Lopez has the ball, back center 5. Bounce ball. Oh! Hit Nathaniel right in the 7-8. Pops up, goes loose into the net. 5-2. Texas Rattlesnake. Nathaniel has the ball. 1-2 area. Bounce shot. Goes to the 5. Blocked easily by Will Lopez. Will Lopez has it in the 5-6 area. Goes to the 5. Blocked easily by TJ. Passes it to John Hinman. He steps all the way to his 2. Actually, no, 8. Bounces the ball to the 8. 7-8 area. Blocked by Roger. Roger steps over to the left post. 1. Goes to the cross court. Oh, hits TJ's hands in the 6. Flies over Nathaniel. Goes into the nets. Texas Rattlesnakes. 6-2. Nathaniel has it in the 2-3 area. Bounce ball. Hits Roger in the 6-7. Blocks by Roger. Texas Rattlesnake has it in back center 5. Blocked by Nathaniel in the 7. And that will be halftime. Score at half. Rattlesnakes 6, Avalanche 2. What will the Avalanche do to prepare themselves for the second half since they are down by 4 goals? And what will the Texas Rattlesnake do in preparation for the second half? Will they bring Gray Peziaska in or for a substitute near Richie or Roger? Or will they keep it the same? We shall find out pretty here shortly. So what do you think is happening, Bill? What do you think needs to happen in the second half?
Well, you're asking the expert here. I've seen a lot of goalball this weekend. I've seen all these teams play a lot of games, and the Avalanche, I think they just got Hinman's obviously, I think, their biggest scoring threat. And if Gray Piaska's out, they got to take advantage of that. I think he's a great defender down there as well as Lopez. So, but it looks like they're going to go back to their starting lineup for the second half. So, it's just trying some different things. I think if you're the Avalanche, some things haven't been working in the first half. They got within 2, but now they're down 4. So, what do you think, Coach? You're the coach of a couple teams this weekend.
I think it's really just all about defense in this situation. What needs to happen is the Avalanche does not need to worry about the time. They don't need to worry about the score. They just need to play every single ball. Every ball that they play is a new beginning. Every play is a new beginning. If they treat it with that mindset, they will be fine. Do not allow the Texas Rattlesnake to get in their heads, because we all know, and everybody that plays goalball knows that Gray Peziaska is going to trash talk and try to get into their heads. So the biggest thing is not to let that affect you. Just play goalball and have fun. So, but will Gray Peziaska give us some more penalties? Will he be a little bit more conservative? Or will he be like the typical Python that he is and comes out guns a-blazing, going for the mercy, so that way they can head out of this gym early? We shall see. Alright, looks like the lineup is going to be Nathaniel, TJ, and John Hinman. Looks like Nathaniel is going to be at left wing, TJ is going to be at center, John Hinman is going to play right wing. And on the opposite side, it looks like they made a substitution for the Texas Rattlesnake. Richie will still be playing right wing, Will Lopez will still be playing center, and Gray Peziaska will be playing left. So we shall see a battle of the best offensive players on each team. John Hinman and Gray Peziaska will be right across from each other. So let's see what happens. Let's see if the home crowd can get behind their team and everything, get these guys motivated so they can make this comeback, because it can happen. For all the hard work you do. Special shout out to my wife, Melissa Walker, who actually volunteered herself doing the 10-second calls. Some of the players didn't like my wife's 10-second ability, but take it from me, guys. Stay in your lane. Just let her call the 10 seconds and move on. Ball has been inbounds to the center, to the Texas Rattlesnake. They won the toss. Gray Peziaska has it in the 3. Skip shot to the 7. Blocked by Nathaniel. Great block, great coverage. He has it in just 3. Throws it back to Gray Peziaska. Blocked by Gray. Looks like Nathaniel's kind of challenging Gray Peziaska here. He throws it from his 2. Bounce ball. Cleared the entire team. Cleared EJ. Clear TJ, went past John, into the nets. Man, great ball. 7-2 Rattlesnakes. Daniel has it, 2-3. Bounce it. Blocked easily by Will Lopez in the 4-5. Lopez steps into the 6. Skip shot to the 5, blocked by TJ. TJ collects it, passes it to Nathaniel. Nathaniel throws it out of his 3. Throws to the set, throws to his 3. Blocked easily by Will Lopez. Richie has the ball in his 8. Throws the ball to the 5, blocked by TJ. TJ passes it off to John Hinman. John Hinman starts in the 9. Bounce ball. Long ball by John Hinman. It was a good ball, but it just barely got past the line.
Just a little, just a touch too long.
All right. Will Lopez has it at back center. John Hinman is fading a little bit to his right post. Will Lopez throws it to the 7. It goes in. 8-2, Rattlesnakes. Inbounds to Nathaniel. He starts off in his 1-2 area. Bounce ball blocked easily by Will Lopez in the 3. Collects it, hands it off to Great Beziaska. Starts off in his 3. Bounce ball blocked by TJ in the 3. TJ passes to John Hinman. John Hinman throws him the 9. Bounce ball blocked by Will Lopez into the 5-6. Gray has it in the 2. Oof. Fire to the 3. Goodness. Went past TJ and John Hinman. I believe the score now is 9-2. Rattlesnakes. Timeout. Avalanche. It looks like Gray Beziaska is trying to make a statement that even though he does not live in Washington, that this is still his house.
5 goals for Gray.
Yeah, 5 goals for Gray Beziaska in this game alone. I don't even know how many goals he has in this entire tournament, but Gray Beziaska hasn't played goalball in 3 years. He came back to playing goalball at the Phoenix, Arizona tournament. Him and his team, the Cyclones, didn't play that well as I thought they would and everything, but now that he is here in Vancouver, Washington, he has informed me and everybody in this tournament that the Python has returned. Nathan has it, 1-2, bounces the ball, out of bounds. Gray Beziaska is walking over to Richie to communicate with him. Richie has it in his 8. Throws the ball cross court. Gets blocked out by John Hinman in the 1. He starts off in his 9. Goes to skip shot to the 5. Blocked easily by Will Lopez. Will Lopez has the ball. Steps over to his 5. Bounce ball to the corner. Nathaniel blocks it in the 9. And he needs an eye shade check. Looks like Nathaniel decided to block the ball a little bit with his face. Don't quite understand why a lot of these goalball players do that, but hey, I guess to each their own. Nathaniel has the ball in his 1-2 area. Steps to the 3, skip shots to the 6. Blocked easily by Gray Beziaska. He laughs at it because he thought it was nothing. Gray stops off, drops off in the 3, skips it, goes to the corner or attempts, goes out of bounds. Nathaniel has the ball. Starts in his 1 area, drifts to the 2, bounce ball, blocked in the 4 by Will. Will picks it up, steps into his 6. Bounce ball to the 5, ball went loose off of TJ, into the hole. Went right to the 5. 10-2 Rattlesnakes. John Hinman has it. Starts off in his 8. Drifts to the 7. Skip shot. Throws it to the 2. Blocked by Richie. Gray Beziaska is walking over. Gray Beziaska has subbed himself out of the game. I guess he's had enough for now. And Roger will be returning back to the game. That would be Roger Acuna, number 9. So the lineup will be Richie at right, Will Lopez at center, Roger at left. Score is 10-2 Rattlesnakes, and I believe we have how much time left? 7:25 left in the second half. A lifetime. Plenty of time for Washington to come back. Will Lopez has it in the 6. Throws it down the line area. Blocked easily by Nathaniel. Nathaniel has it in his 1. Drifts to his 2. Bounce ball. Blocked easily by Richie. Richie has it in his 8. Throws it cross court. Throws it to like the 3. Blocked by the feet of TJ. Gives it to John Hinman. John throws from his 7. Bounce ball to the 5. Blocked easily by Will. Will has it at back center in the 5. Skip shot. Blocked easily by TJ in the 6. And Nathaniel has it. Throws it from the 4. Bounce ball throw. Ball went loose off the Will. And goal by Avalanche. Score is 3-10. Is that the momentum they need to get them going? Richie has it in his 8. That was a full cross court. Goes out. 6:36 left in the second half. John Hinman has it at his 9. Nice smooth ball to the 5-6. Blocked easily by Will Lopez. Will steps into his 3. Goes to the 5-6. Blocked by TJ. TJ throws it from the 5. Bounce ball to the 7. Blocked by Roger. Roger starts from his left post in the 1. Bounce ball to the 2. Blocked by John Hinman. John Hinman starts off in his 9. Right post. Skips the ball. Full cross. Goes out of bounds. 5:54 left in the second half. Richie has it in his 9. Oof. Throws the ball out of bounds at half court. Yes, Richie, every time he throws the ball, falls on the ground as he's throwing. John Hinman starts off in his 7. Skip shot to the 7. Blocked by Will Lopez. Will passes it to Roger. He's in the 3. Shifts to the 2. Bounce ball. Hits TJ in the 4. Blocked. Passes to John Hinman. John Hinman starts in the 9. Throws the ball to the 5. Blocked easily by Will Lopez. Will Lopez takes it. Back center 5. Starts off there. Drifts to the 6. Blocked by TJ. And posted in. Ball hit TJ. Ricochets off his hands. Hits the post. Rolls in. TJ got hit in the face in the process of all that. And it is now 11-3. How will Avalanche respond? Throw by Nathaniel from his 1 to the 2. Richie has it. Those are from his 7. Goes to the 7. TJ has it from his 5. Drifts to his 6. Ooh, threw it to the 6. Roger got it barely with his feet. Roger collects it. Those are from his 2. Bounce ball to the 4. TJ passes to John Hinman. John throws it from his 8. John throws it. Hits the 7. Blocked by Roger. Roger has it again. Starts off in his 2. Throws into the 4. Blocked by TJ. TJ passes to Hinman. Hinman throws it from the 8. Throws it out. .4:19 left. Richie has it in the 8. Throws the ball to the 4-5. Blocked by TJ. TJ passes to John Hinman. John Hinman steps into his 6-7. Throws it out again. Can't score if it's not in bounds. Richie has it. Richie rolls a pass over to Roger. Full court pass. Roger throws from the 1. Goes to 1 to the 5. Blocked by TJ. TJ passes to Nathaniel. Nathaniel starts off in his 3. Bounce ball into the 7. Blocked by Roger. 6-7 area. Roger has it in the 1. Throws the ball out of bounds at half court. Hinman was there anyways. Hinman has the ball. Drifts over to his 7 area. Throws a hard ball. But it went to the 5. Blocked easily by Will Lopez. Once again. Will Lopez drifts over to his 3 area. Throws a ball right to the 4-5. Blocked by TJ. He passes it to Hinman. Throws from his 7. And he throws it to the 2. Almost scores, but Richie collected it. Richie throws from the 8. Throws it all the way to the 1. Blocked out by John Hinman. 3:05 left in the second half. Hinman starts off in his 9. Throws a smooth shot. And he gets it in the 7. It is now 4-11 Avalanche. Roger has it in the 1. Throws it, bounce shot, goes to the 5. TJ blocks it, hands it over to John Hinman. John throws him a 9. Skip shots to the 7. Blocked. Roger threw it from the 1. Bounces it over into the 8. Ball is blocked. You're welcome, Eliana. Nathaniel throws it from the 1. Goes to the 3. Ball goes loose. They collect it. Will Lopez collects it back center. And it goes to the 5. TJ blocks it. John Hinman has it now. Throws from this 8-9. Throws to the 7. Blocked. Will passes it to Roger. Throws from the 2. Throws to the 5. Roger passes it to Nathaniel. Nathaniel throws out the 3. Throws to the 7. Blocked by Roger. He passes it to Will Lopez. Will Lopez drifts over to his 6. Now 7 area. Blocked by TJ in the 5. TJ passes Nathaniel. Throws out of the 3. He throws to the 3. Blocked by Will Lopez again. Collected by Richie. Texas Rattlesnake take timeouts. 1:23 left. And for those of you that heard me say you're welcome, Eliana, the reason why I said that is because Eliana Mason, USA women's team player, when she got out to her trip out here to the tournament, she actually realized that she forgot some essential pads for the tournament, and she decided that she was going to go no hip pants for the entire tournament. But being the kind guy that I am, I had 2 hip pants with me, and I was going to rotate them in and out, but I decided to lend it off to my great friend Eliana Mason because I did not want her hips to be bruised by the end of this tournament. So
you go into the loan business. You're loaning your jerseys, you're loaning your hip pads.
I'm telling you, man, listen. It's what I do, boys and girls. It's what I do. It's why I always bring extras. Better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. Roger from the 1. Goes Nathaniel. And he got down late. Hits him. Ramps up. Goes into the nets. Into the 7. Score is now 12-3. Rattlesnakes. For those of you that don't know, either way, with this score, no matter how many more goals that the Avalanche score, first team to 13, game is over. Will Lopez has it in his 5. Goes the ball. Skip shot, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hits the 7, goes into the net, hits Nathaniel's feet, it's in the goal. Not only is it 13-3 Mercy, but it's also because they scored the 13th goal, game is over. That was not the way I thought the match was going to go, but that is how the match ended. Nonetheless, Thank you so very much, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, everybody out there all over the globe watching this wonderful Cascade Classic here in lovely Vancouver, Washington. I am Daryl Walker. This is Bill Kellick. Thank you so very much once again, and until next year.
All right, thanks, Daryl, and thanks everyone for tuning in this weekend. Great weekend of action, and congratulations to all our medalists. We'll be signing off here, but you can check our Facebook page. We'll be posting photos of the medal-winning teams, and we'll see you all in New Jersey for the Northeast Regional. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are.